Hello and welcome to NBA8. This season, the talent level in the league is absolutely insane, and nowhere is that more obvious than in the Eastern Conference. Today, we'll be making the All-Star ballot for the Eastern Conference with so many superstars, breakout players, and rising talents. The competition for an All-Star spot is at an all-time high. Who's locking in their place and who's on the bubble? Let's dive into the names and make sense of this stacked field. For the two guard spots at the starting lineup, I chose Donovan Mitchell and LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball took the league by storm, averaging 30 points and 8 assists, erupting for 40 and 50 point performances here and there, while making Joes fall in awe. This player is so much fun, and I really believe that it's not just me who wants to see this player at the starting lineup in the All-Star game. It seems like he is the stereotype player for the All-Star game. Moving on, Donovan Mitchell is very self-explanatory pick. Donovan is leading a first-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers while averaging 24, 5 and 5 on great efficiency for a small guard. His place is the starting lineup. For the forward spots, it is just like last season's Jason Tatum and Giannis Antetokounmpo, two great all-stars who have been confirmed, who have performed at high levels and keep on being in the MVP race year after year. Their place is the starting lineup. For the center spot at the Eastern Conference, it is none other than Cat. Karl Anthony Towns is leading the league in rebounds and having great performances with New York Knicks, leading them to victory after victory and shifting their identity completely. Just look at this span from this player. How can he be a starter? For the reserves, it is extremely tiring to choose. Keep in mind that I had to choose between 2 guards, 3 forwards and 2 centers. So the choice will never be easy, and everyone will have a say in this, and every other player on the borderline have their case. And if there is a player that I forgot, please comment below the name and the case. For my 2 guards of the bench, it is Tyrese Maxey, who is playing out of his mind, averaging 25, 4 and 5 without Joel Embiid and Paul George. He kept the 76ers somewhat competitive even though they're losing, which is very predictable when you're down your 2 best players, but individually Tyrese Maxey deserves to be an all-star. The other spot for the guards is Damian Lillard, who just won the NBA Cup with the Milwaukee Bucks and who is averaging on the season a 26 points per game, 5 rebounds and 8 assists playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Damian began to look like his old self, and the Bucks are getting really scary. For my 3 forward spots, I chose Jaylen Brown, Franz Wagner and Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is a great impactful player for the first seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. His rebounding, defense and offense with his 3-point shooting developing nicely deserves to be on the All-Star team. Franz Wagner, with Paolo Banchero being injured, is averaging 25, 6 and 6 to keep the Orlando Magic at the 4th seed and competing to be a top seed in the East. And Jaylen Brown, the finals MVP, of course, deserves to be on the All-Star game without further arguments. For the borderline tier, these are players that really have a great case and can be added if injuries were to occur. Guards like Jalen Brunson, Darius Garland, Kate Cunningham, Trey Young, Tyler Hero are having great seasons to each their own level, but all having great cases to be on the All-Star game. But the guard spots in the East are loaded. Likewise, the forward spots have great talent like Scotty Barnes, who's having a great season, and Jalen Johnson, who's been a very surprising player for the Atlanta Hawks, and even RJ Barrett on a very bad Toronto Raptors team is having a great season that deserves to be acknowledged. And finally, for the next year tier, there is a disappointing player in Tyrese Haliburton who's not having the season that he had last year. He's averaging 17 points on a very surprising bad efficiency on his level, with 42% from the field and 35% from the three, and that's not Tyrese Haliburton that we know well can be a great all-star and even all-NBA player. Another player for me that deserves to be an all-star but not yet. He is too young and is still learning and becoming a better version of himself, who is Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists on a bad Hornets team that doesn't really deserve 2 all-stars, but Brandon Miller can eventually become an all-star player, especially if he focuses on being more efficient and works on his shot selection. That's it for the Eastern Conference All-Star Ballot. Please let us know what you think in the comments below and subscribe so you don't miss the Western Conference All-Star Ballot, and we know how the West is loaded with talent. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.